Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video we're gonna have a continuation of Kagurabachi ride, and is it chapter 14 or 15, one of them. 15. Okay. Comida, food, que aproveche la felicidad del pasado. Okay, bruh, okay. Yeah, I thought this. As soon as I saw the title, comida, the food, and I had like a 50 minutes monologue on the thematics of building up emotional resonance with the Char character here. Yeah. Now we're gonna actually have more depth into the into her relationship to food, to love, to caring, and to happy times before actually defeating the people denying her that. So, yeah, that's actually fantastic, like timing and storytelling, kind of understanding of narrative. But I was ready for a fight, bro. Right? Let's go. Pero antes de eso, Char, enséñame la herida que te has hecho. Pero si aseguro, venga, ok. Déjame ver, okay, this is her mother. Nadie la vio, ¿verdad? Todo bien. Okay. Cuando empiezas la escuela tendrás que tener mucho más cuidado, ¿eh? Porque nadie puede verla. She has a marking, scar or something. Oh, it's because of her blood, right? Right. Si alguien malvado descubre este poder especial, nos harán cosas malas. Okay. Ain't that a foreshadowing? Entendido. Solo puedes confiar en las personas que realmente te importen, like me. Tú se lo contaste a alguien, mami, solo a una persona, la persona a la que amaba, tu padre. Amaba, okay, so the daddy is gone, pero él se asustó y huyó. Okay. The daddy was a deadbeat, then, yeah. Por eso tienes que elegir con cuidado a quién se lo dices. Oh, this goes back to her revealing her secret to our guy Naruto, Chihiro. Para no acabar como mama. Ooh, that cuts deep, bruh. Don't trust this information with people so you don't end up like me, betrayed for your trust. Eesh, that cuts. That actually cuts. Está mal acabar así. Brother. Yeah. Last chapter was the visualization, not visualization. The visualize, the visuals. I swear I can't talk. That were like cutting deep. This chapter is the dialogue. Okay. This is actually inspiring me to write. I don't know when I'm gonna write because I still have like one or two daily tasks to do, and the day is already over. It's like midnight. So, yeah. ¿No eres feliz, mamá? Aquí. Pues no lo soy. Estás tú. Por eso, ok. No soy feliz, soy súper feliz. Ay, venga a comer, yeah. This is a weird kind of mouth positioning. I usually don't see a happy face like this drawn, but maybe this is gonna play further down the line because this is quite interesting, like drawing of the mouth because not only it represents two sealed lips, like humongous lips, but also this is literally the line is the lip, and these are supposed to be the teeth. But yeah, maybe it just I'm gonna dig deeper into this, and I'm 99% sure this wasn't the intention, but this talks to me. This talks to my artistic self that this is a double entendre of visualization. That these are a sealed lip kind of imagery while she's actually laughing. So she's hiding her sadness under a smile, which is actually going on, but visually represented. That she is at the same time laughing and staying silent, you know? So if you get my point, you get it. If you don't, I already explained it the best I could. So, sheesh, okay. This watch is gonna play. Is it a watch or is it just yeah, I think it's a design choice. But yeah. Yeah, it's Chihiro. Okay. Lo siento, Char. Voy a acabar con todos ellos, cuyo desgarrador está aparentando no puede hacer nada con esa cantidad de heridas por todo el cuerpo. No, he's the protagonist. He's gonna be fine. Sheesh, that's a nice cut. And los guanletes de hierro, que de un solo ataque. Um, I think we're gonna bounce back and forth between Char and his upgrading of his techniques. But let's see. Because that flashback was quite abrupt. No fue un solo. Because I think we're gonna see this chapter, we're gonna see through the death of the mom and just going back and forth with the present time and the past. El curo más pequeño es un ataque simple. El consumo de energía es igual al curo normal. Pero la potencia. Okay, I don't have time for this. Um, what you call exposition of this kind of detailed information. I get it. The big fish, this attack, little fish, same attack but with more quantity. I get it. I get it. Curo desagarrador son un grupo de pequeños curo, ok. Lo que Chihiro desatado no fue un solo ataque, sin la combinación de 20 pequeños ataques. Okay, these are 20. Logro relacionar recursos con movimientos. Okay, it's basically what I thought. It's more kind of versatile. No tenía ninguna teoría ni certeza sobre ello. Chihiro instantáneamente, con el cuerpo malherido lleno de heridas, trató de encontrar la forma de superar su situación y bajo aquella extrema concentración. Okay, pain led to concentration. Lovely. Su compresión sensorial se aceleró. Okay, okay. Basically, survival mode activated. Ha desaparecido. Okay. These are very, very Chainsaw Man. um, artistic choices. The eye literally like flashing ink, bruh. This guy knows how to speak with visuals. This guy knows. Okay. Yeah, back to the kitchen. Come la char, la carne del ciango. Okay, that's a thing. Hace más de 10 años, durante los primeros años después de la guerra, después de la guerra, la aldea de Kionsi fue destruida por culpa de ese rumor. Todo el clan precio es una historia muy conocida. Okay, now they are imprisoned and the mom is gonna be tortured and die. Okay. Pero hace poco un hombre vino a mi menor información. Okay. Okay, was it the dad that sold them out? En el incidente de hace 10 años del clan Kionagi, una niña logró escapar. Esa niña tenía 3 años entonces. Ahora tiene una hija y tratan de vivir discretamente entre la sociedad. ¿Sabías las dificultades a las que te enfrentarías a lo largo de tu vida por culpa de esa sangre tuya? Okay. Your blood is literally cursing you out. Okay, I get it. Pero, se, uh, cegada por la felicidad. I don't know that word or I'm not reading that word correctly. Okay. Diste a luz a tu propia carne y sangre en este infierno. That's quite poetic. Your blood sparkled the flames of this hell that you are living now. That is quite poetic. And okay. Bueno, en lo que a mí me respecta, cuantas más muertas mejor. Muestras. I was like, okay, the more you die, the better. No, the more you show your blood is better for me because I'm gonna get your blood. Yeah, basically, the more you bleed for me, more beneficial to me. Okay. Si yo no fuera tu madre, podrías haber sido feliz. Oh shit, they should. Tú, es, tú estás conmigo. Estoy bien because you are with me. That's some emotional like resilience. Or like Char is like 6, 8, 9, and she's already saying no because you are here with me, Mama. I am happy. That's interesting evaluation of the situation. Bueno, la madre de esa nieta, era bastante imprudente. Okay, I knew these two were gonna be there to add to the emotional impact of the punches they're gonna be receiving or the cuts they're gonna be slicing through. Fue toda una hazaña escapar de prisión. Lo robo las llevas al guardia, ¿no? Hizo que mataran a unos cuantos. ¿Por qué, mamá? Ok. Ok. Mamá, tú también tienes que escapar. Ah, okay. She's gonna let her escape and die herself, of course. Por eso lo siento, pero no puedo ir contigo. Me quedaré aquí y ganaré algo de tiempo por tú, ¿ok? Entonces, yo también me quedo. Yeah, if you're staying, I'm staying. Ya soy feliz incluso en este sitio. ¿Por qué estamos juntos? Sheesh. Yeah, I'm happy because we're together. This is nice. Funny enough, you usually see this in a hentai kind of artistry because the face and the body parts are more important, but he is being kind of elaborate with the situation that, yeah, although the bars are holding them together, like apart, keeping them apart, the face is shining through. So she sees her mother clearly, which is nice. No deberías estar es un lugar como eso. Okay. No puedo irme sin ti, mamá. Okay. Esa mujer incluso quemó a los investigadores. Todo irá bien. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué tú me lo enseñaste? Pero el equipo volvió a funcionar enseguida. Ya tenemos a la niña de vuelta. Ah, okay. So this is a present time talking to the kid, to Char, about the past. Okay, these trees look fantastic here, by the way. Informado inmediatamente de cualquier cambio, por pequeño que sea. Okay, okay. Alright. Okay, it's the Chikihiro's guy coming here, alright? Ha salido fuera, está en el... Okay. Todo ha sido en vano. La muerte de tu madre, tu vida, yeah, everything was in vain. Your mother died, you escaped and came back, so es más persistente de lo que pensaba, como sea. Hace tiempo que no nos divertíamos. Okay, nice transformation to... Okay. Sheesh! My guy didn't give them even one panel of introduction. Sheesh! It's flying. ¿Por qué tú me lo enseñaste? Que incluso en el peor de los momentos, si no te rindes y aguantas. Ah, that's the most mature kind of dialogue I've seen in a while. That Char is literally bitching about her own resistance. That why you taught me this emotional resilience. That even in this kind of a hellish situation, I don't give up. That's quite the mature dialogue for 9 years old, but this is the mangaka talking rather than Char. This kind of breaks immersion, but at the same time could actually amplify it, depending on how much of a 9 years old, 8 years old, or 12 years old you believe her to be. Because this is literally 20 years old talk, but yeah. Some people grow like 40 years old and still don't understand that sentence completely, so yeah. Tienes a verme esta vez, no está aplastado. Aplastado ya. Volverás a encontrar la felicidad tarde o temprano. Chihiro. Okay, my tongue is not keeping up with the missing syllable here. Chihiro doesn't roll on my tongue. Chigihiro does. So Chigihiro. Has tratando mucho las manos de un amigo. Okay. Oh, the chapter ended. Oh shit! I missed I missed the whole shit, right? Yeah, yeah. He brought her sandwich. I thought this was like the guy's head being severed, and he was behind him with the severed head. But yeah, now I see his finger, bruh. That shit. That yeah. Okay. Nice, nice. The tomato, the sandwich, nice. And what I'm gonna double check with this shit is that the perspective on of the sandwich, like if she was cut from here without her hand, you could you could have had the mirror of the sandwich being represented in two sides. One side would be just the bland bread without the ingredients inside to show, okay, this is just a normal bread, not even tomato or anything, to Chihiro, because for him this represents just a food. But when you go here, you would see more details from her perspective, which this is not just food. This is happiness incremented in a food. In like this is literally her hugging happiness for the first time in a long time. You know, that's like the central message of the whole chapter. But for someone who has like phenomenal pulse on representing stories with visuals, I'm surprised he missed this situation. And you could have had her not in the kind of panel here. The sandwich would be in front of his face, covering half of his face to be the central kind of focus. Because as I said, like skimming through this for the first time, I didn't even see the sandwich. And that's sure partially my kind of fault because it's like what? It's like almost 1 a.m. But at the same time, this is a design kind of choice that puts focus on his face rather than this. And the other choice would be not only the bread would be covering half of his face, the bread would be just the bread here, and to show to him is just a bread. But to her would be more kind of details. Would be just the meat here, just the more juicier and the more kind of tantalizing you could make the design of the sandwich to represent the emotional resonance with her that yeah she is literally um, holding her happiness in a long time, you know. But yeah, fantastic chapter, and I really like some of the like visual storytelling choices here made, and I'm not gonna go like through it. I did notice that she is over crying. This is like first. This is literally earned crying. This and these two, right, as well. But there were instances of like, okay, you're like throwing like a theory 6 years old, 9 years old in my face to sell me the story, you know. And the sad thing is, he doesn't need to. The story sells itself, but oh, I barely see him. See, this is like the fuck I'm talking about. Like, he's literally ink. Even the design, everything, bro. Like, this guy knows his shit. And, yeah, um, he has like such a interesting, like, spatial awareness that this is the same kind of panel. Now he comes and you zoom out and see the destruction he is bringing with himself, bruh. That's like some some level of like artistry that okay, I would have preferred that the whole pristine scene would be here rather than destruction to literally say okay, Chigihiro is bringing destruction and ruin to this guy with the visuals. But yeah, that's a missed opportunity as well. But yeah, this is deserved as well. But see, this is like deserved, but this is not intense because she's literally leaving her mother. And in the actual situation, yes, I haven't been in this situation, but believe me, in the similar situations, you don't your survival instinct doesn't let you cry this much, this ugly. This is a relief crying. This is like ugly crying when you burst out of like emotional explosion that you have a time to explode, or you have a relief of a solution that you cry this much. This is like pushing the kind of narrative crying. And this is kind of nice because they have time for this kind of ugly crying, but this is like so repetitive. It's like fifth time in the 5 pages, and this again. You can convey emotions other than with crying. That's you can literally zoom. One of the choices I would make would be, instead of eyes, you would just zoom on half of her face, that she is literally staying silent, and there is just, let's say, couple of tears on the cheeks or something that doesn't show the crying, but it implies the same kind of excessive emotions that he is aiming for. Because the chapter is literally like crying, like, okay, this is the seventh panel, like this is like this has to stop, like. And I'm even like kind of counting Char's rather than the mom at eight, like there's like ten panels of crying, like half of these are not earned. And this, in a subconscious level, okay, this is it. There's more, I'm sure, but this impacts this kind of ending, that this is the explosion of relief crying, that this is a sick panel, by the way. This These are just flying, and yeah, you don't even see, like, it takes you, as I said, like this guy has like uh three-dimensional thinking that is like unlocked to the elite level of writers and creative like resonance, that at least like for me personally, after like 17 years of writing, I'm slowly like building this kind of spatial awareness about the whole situation, like the past 2 years. And this is literally basically they are walking, um as you see like the structure here, they're walking up the stairs, he is coming down the stairs, not only using the momentum to push them, but also to cut them clean as well. But this is very trippy kind of visual because it's not only from a very unusual point of view, but also his kind of established presence feels as if they are on kind of solid ground. But at the same time, it's like, no, these two are literally falling. This requires like 50 layers of thinking about the whole situation, that you cannot replicate this um, consciously. This is just the reflection of elite level of thinking and writing, and having the pulse of the story under your palm, that you feel every sense of stage kind of a presentation and stage direction and it comes so naturally and normally to you that you just think, oh, cool idea to make it this way. But when you think deeply about it, and sometimes it happens with my writing as well, that I write, I think, okay, this is nice, this is interesting word, this is kind of nice stage direction and stuff like that. And after I read it again, I say, okay, why did I use this word specifically? Then I read it 2 or 3 times, and then finally I understand, okay, my subconscious was so used to living in this kind of space, living in this kind of scenario, that it came so naturally to me that now I need to consciously go back and find out the reason why that a specific word, why that a specific kind of consequence of like action or sequences of events, you know? So, yeah, this is gonna be actually my favorite panel, to be honest, because yeah, that takes like 50 layers of things. And if he actually committed to this scene, this would have been my favorite. But yeah, because his face is overshadowing the kind of importance of food, and this is what he was going for, literally comida, like food, as name of the chapter. This kind of pushes it like yeah, down for me. And the crying is now at this point for this chapter alone is like so repetitive. It's like the 10th time we're seeing the same kind of face. But this needed to be like the first ever kind of sighting of full crying. And for the like other like 5 or 6, or let's say half of them were not earned even, you could have seen, okay, one eye shedding a tear, the mouth like watering, the ears, the you could have played with this so many ways, and finally reveal the full crying and the full face of exposure of like this emotional explosion, that yeah, you finally see her as a whole person, but this whole person is now hugging happiness and clutching like food as like the representation of tangible happiness in a long time for her, literally in her own grasp. You know, that's the whole message he was like trying to convey, but not fully there. So interesting. But yeah, I'm really digging this whole manga series, anyways. But yeah, that's the video, and till the next one, peace.